Check, check, check. Okay. Very nice. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. YouTube, YouTube. That. All right, YouTube. We got to get going pretty quick. So give me a second. We got to get into this. We're going to be back and popping. Give me 1 second. Monday is going well for y'all. Got a lot to talk about, so I really want to nail this one. So I was doing some adjustments. And we about to get to it. As usual, I'll do some test runs. And we'll get our IG rocking. What's the word? What you heard? CiceroMode here for vlog 198. This week, I'll recap my events from last week, including some community events I went to. Nope, I don't want to say it like that. This week, I'll recap my gigs, including some community events I went to. Also, Dallas people, I've got some events coming up at a very prominent rooftop. I'll announce that. And music news and the House of the Dragons recap. Want to hear more? Keep watching. What's the word? What you heard? CiceroMode here for vlog 198. This week, I'll recap my gigs. This week, I'll recap my previous gigs, as well as some community events I attended. Dallas people, I'll be DJing on a very prominent rooftop very soon, so listen up. I'll be DJing on a very prominent rooftop very soon, so listen up. We'll do some music. We'll do some production news. We'll talk about some Splice news from our producers out there and House of the Dragons recaps. What's the word? What you heard? CiceroMode here for vlog 198. This week, I'll recap my recent gigs, including some community events I went to. Dallas people, I've got some DJ sets at a very prominent rooftop coming up. I'll announce those. And we'll talk a little Splice news from our producers and House of the Dragons recap. Want to hear more? Keep watching. Pretty solid. We're going to rock with that. All right. IG time, YouTube. We'll see you in a second. Mouse in the house. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. What's the word? What you heard? CiceroMode here for vlog 198. This week, I'll recap my recent gigs, including some community events I went to. Also, Dallas people, I've got some DJ sets at a very prominent rooftop coming up, so I'll announce that. Also, we'll talk some Splice news from our producers and the House of the Dragon recap. Want to hear more? Keep watching. That's right, CiceroMode, creative, music, and media. What I like to create, produce, and promote, and what I talk about on these vlogs every Monday for 198 Mondays in a row. Back here in downtown Tyler at the Innovation Pipeline. Got my Instagram live going. YouTube stream is up. So we're going to get into this vlog, man. Another Monday. I'm running a little bit behind, but I've got a lot to talk about. So should be an interesting vlog. So give me a second. We're going to get rocking. Starbucks as always. All right. Another Monday. Hope all of your Mondays are going well so far. Is going well, however you want to say it. I'm back here again at the Tyler Innovation Pipeline. Big things in the works down here. I'm going to talk a little bit about that and a lot to get to, like I said. So we're just going to dive right in. So another Monday. I had a pretty busy week last week. I was doing some DJ sets and had some downtime and some family time, which all kind of tied into the community events I wanted to talk about. So we'll start with my DJ events. Talked about it last week on the vlog. On Wednesday, I was at Where's Rufus, as I do every other Wednesday, holding it down. So great set there as usual, doing my thing on the ones and twos, taking requests, playing a little bit of everything for everybody. And, you know, good times as always. Was able to do some kind of on-the-fly mashups. You know, I take requests. I announce that I'm taking requests, And my other DJ friends, you can probably attest to this. There's different levels to the requests, right? Some people want to come up and just tell you what song they want to hear. Some people want to show you what's on their phone. Some people want to come and have a discussion. Hey, you know that one song? You know how it goes. You know the one, and they aren't saying anything. And then you got some people that get really into it. And I don't know if this is a new thing. I don't get it very often, but I have been getting it more often. People will come up with like an idea for a mix or for like a mashup, and kind of want you to do it on the fly. So I've had that before where some people are like, "Hey, this would mix pretty good with this." Hey, if it works, I'll do my thing. I did have a few people at this one that were a little more detailed, I guess, where they were kind of like, "Hey, I know this one version of this one song, and at this exact time, they cue and flip it to this other version, right?" So all that's fine and good. It's a little tricky to do on the fly when I'm in the middle of a mix and in the middle of a set. But for those folks, I was able to work with them, still kind of get their mashup, get the blend that they were looking for. I can't nail exactly how somebody, the DJ, did it or exactly how they heard it on the YouTube, but was still pretty cool. People being able to see me kind of do it on the fly was very dope. The people with those requests were like, "Oh, damn, you were able to like pull that off." I guess they thought I like had the mashup version that they knew. So when they just tell me the song titles, I'm doing my thing. Internet access is there. My board allows me to be able to download Tidal. So any songs I don't have, if Tidal has them, sometimes I can get them real quick, do a quick reference, and do a quick mix. So that was pretty fun, trying something a little bit different with the audience, with some people with some requests. Also always the DJ or the birthday requests are always a big thing in there at Where's Rufus. So shout out to Where's Rufus. Drew and Megan always hold me down on Wednesdays, and they're doing a lot of cool things up there. I know they have like 50s karaoke going down. I believe tonight the homies are doing, they do stand-up now, open mic. So shout out to Where's Rufus for opening up their horizons, trying some new things, some different types of events, some different types of nights. So be on the lookout. I still got some pretty cool ideas for some things there to do on Wednesdays. Had a few things fall through, but still on the lookout for some new interesting things very soon. But I'll be back there, not this week, but next week on Wednesday. So had that Wednesday. I had a wedding on Saturday that was a very interesting one. Had a very great time working with this couple and working with the Claremore here in Tyler that I work with quite a bit. So quick rundown for this one. They booked a while back through the Claremore, and I work with them pretty closely when I can if I'm not already booked. So when I talked to the Claremore, the first thing that Terry and Ryan were kind of telling me about there was that when they were on the tour with this couple, they kind of pulled them aside, or the groom pulled them aside and was like, "Hey, listen, I have this really cool thing I want to do, for my bride to be on the wedding day. I want to kind of play a message from an artist that they both like, as well as he wanted to play guitar. He was a musician, so been doing a lot more of these kind of music, incorporating live music there at the Claremore, which is always cool. Main thing from a DJ standpoint, mobile DJ standpoint, a little bit of mobile DJ mailbag here, tips. Just make sure you have a clear understanding with the musicians of what gear they have, what gear you provide, and that way you're able to work with them. Everybody's on the same page leading up to the event. And this was a while back. This was probably, 4 or 5 months back when the Claremore let me know, hey, the groom is interested in playing the guitar and singing a song for the bride at some point. So as we got closer, we got kind of a better idea as the timeline was put together through the Claremore of when we would be able to do that. And then it was back, on me to be able to reach out to the groom without the bride knowing. That's the other thing. I'm usually in contact with the bride or kind of the main contact or client or the bride and groom together. But in this case, since the groom was doing a surprise, I kind of had to do, a little bit of acting myself. I had to first reach out to the groom. We were kind of in discussions about all the technicalities and how, what gear he had, how he wanted to do this solo, these songs. So those separate calls. And then I also had to talk with the bride and act like my other calls with the groom weren't even going on. And, just the regular planning for the wedding day and leading up to it. So it was kind of twofold. I was going back and forth with the groom as we kind of prepped and went over a gear list, what we had, what we wanted to do. and then also with the bride. So a little bit of both for that, as well as talking to the Claremore, relaying all the extra information, details that I get as they develop. So we're all on the same page, as I always like to do. So we got closer and everything was looking good. I had my tracks, and we kind of had a very basic plan of when we wanted to execute this solo. So everything was lined out. I was able to have the staff there at the Claremore was going to be able to help me to kind of execute this and make it as smooth as possible. At first, we really were thinking about trying to do kind of a wireless setup where, as this kind of dedication or this congratulations from the music artist was playing, the groom was thinking he might be out of the room and then kind of appear out of the back and already have his guitar and go right into the song, because on this video dedication, the guys, he kind of prayed for the couple, and then he said, Andy, go ahead and play one of my songs. So kind of set him up, got him ready to go into his solo. But we went back and forth, kind of figured out a plan where we wouldn't have him kind of appear from the back, because it will be a little bit better and a little bit easier to not get her, I guess, noticing something is going on if he's, hiding in the back or going to the bathroom and we're getting him mic'd up and she's like, what is he doing over there? So instead, we had him stay there with her and play the track. And as soon as everything came out, we had the Claremore staff help me out, where we just brought out a mic stand, brought out his guitar, plugged him in, had the wireless mic on the stand so we could put it kind of right there where he could sing directly to where she was on the dance floor. I was able to coordinate with the videographer as well. My man Vic Harmon always does some great work on how we kind of wanted to initiate this, or how he maybe wanted to do it on post-production. So I just was like, hey, we've got this dedication video. We're just going to be playing the audio. What's up? What's up? We're just going to be playing the audio of it at the wedding, but I have the video version. Maybe you want to add it into your video post-production. So I sent over the dedication video for him. So hopefully that'll be able to allow him to do some interesting things with it for their video and post. And then it was game time. We got done with the ceremony, everything else from the reception. Shout out to Tiffany. And yeah, we got time to do this thing. There wasn't a lot of, this wasn't the most stressful part, but it was the thing that we knew had to be executed kind of right on time and real fast to be able to pull off this surprise. So we got through all our formalities. Right before the bouquet and garter toss is when the groom decided, hey, he's ready to do it, which shout out to my man Andy. I'm sure that added a little extra stress for him, going through the entire wedding day. Then he's also planning on doing this solo. So I think he was ready to do it. He was antsy, and he's like, hey, can we just go ahead and do it now? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So that's why it's always good to communicate with the venue, with everybody else that's helping you execute these types of things, because I was able to track them down. Hey, we're about to go ahead and do it. Remember what we talked about, what we rehearsed kind of, and we were able to execute it, man. Video played. Everybody was real quiet. As soon as they got done praying, came out, boom, got the mic set up, and he was able to go kind of right into his song. A little bit of a delay, maybe not as smooth as if he came out with wireless gear out of the back, but still everybody was really excited seeing us working together to allow this solo to happen. And it turned out great. He sang one song from the artist, and then he actually wrote an original song for his bride that he wanted to premiere, debut for her, for everybody. So turned out great. Got some great footage on the social medias that I'll probably be adding to my vlog recap here as I post it from the Claremore. And then hopefully down the road, I'll be able to get some other great videos from Vic Harmon. And yeah, that was just a great different thing that we did there for that wedding. This is a shorter wedding as well. It's 3 hours for everything. Ceremony and reception all in the same room. So there was a quick flip after the ceremony, going right into kind of all the formalities, food, and then, really trying to nail this solo before it was over, really. After that, 3 hours is a really quick one. I've done quite a few 3-hour weddings, and it's really fast. So you got to be ready to knock things out and be on your P's and Q's. And on top of that, we had some rain issues outside. So right when it was getting close for the exit, rain is happening. So I think we were supposed to be exiting out the back of the building, had to kind of call an audible, and photographers wanted to put him right in the middle of the room. So instead of kind of the usual exit, my usual spiel as we tell people to head outside for the exit, it was more, hey, let's line up right down the middle of the venue here. The bride and groom are going to make their way down the middle and just go right out to their car because they had to pull it up right to the front. It was still kind of rainy. So worked out great. This couple didn't really select a exit song or like a last dance song or anything like that. Again, such a quick turnaround. So it's kind of up to me. Usually the exit is outside for a lot of events now. In the past, a lot of couples did pick like an exit song. But on this one, doing things on the fly, they did have a request list that was a lot of oldies, jazz, very elegant type of music. So I threw in a classic. I haven't played it a lot. It's one of those that might be considered a little bit overplayed for a last dance or at the end of a wedding. But if you nail it right, it works out great. And that was the Etta James At Last, which everybody knows that vibe. It's a good closer in certain situations. It was on the request list, and I had to run through everything. So I was like, hey, let's go ahead and throw this in as they're kind of organizing this somewhat Soul Train line, but exit line, however you want to call it. But it was just down the dance floor, so it felt more like a Soul Train line, I guess, for me. And they had flower petals that they were going to throw. So I was able to have At Last queued up. It's not a very long song. It's about 2.5 minutes, but executed and synced up perfectly right as they came down. It gets to the climax of the song right before she says At Last at the end. And they're literally going out the doors as the song ends. And I don't know, man. Me as a DJ, that always feels great just when something syncs up to the music perfectly. It from my standpoint, it feels like you're watching a movie. And that's what I'm in the game for, man. And that was a really cool feeling to just see something sync up, see it feel like that. And, I have a lot of those moments throughout weddings, but that was kind of one, again, on the fly with a lot of variables, throwing things together, just on pretty much instinct and on insight of the crowd and the playlist, and really felt great. So glad to be able to knock that out, as well as the solo, being able to work with the couple. So again, man, congratulations to the McGurks. Got their name right again. Very interesting last name. Talked with Andy, talked with them on how to pronounce it. Of course, all you DJs out there, make sure you talk with the couple. If they have a name you're not sure how to pronounce, or even if it looks easy, always double check so you know how to pronounce it. This one was spelled a lot different than it sounded. McGurk was it. So again, congratulations to the McGurks. So great working with you guys, being able to execute the solo from my man Andy, and it was a great day. So that was one part of my Saturday. But again, like I said, I want to talk about some community events. So I'm going to go back to Friday now, the day before. So that was my DJ part of the vlog there. A lot of cool things, a lot of execution, but it all worked out on that end. And besides that, though, on the community events, like I said, man, the community. I don't get out in the community as much as I should. I ain't gonna lie. I DJ, I do my thing at events. I talk to people I'm kind of in those circles with, some other small business folks. But as far as community activism, I need to do more. So cool thing about this Friday was I was off, and this very place that I am, the Tyler Innovation Pipeline, was having a meeting for all of its members called The Next Era. So I was off. Felt great to be able to come. I've missed some of the other meetings that we've had here where it's really just brainstorming, or there's a lot of people that do presentations here at the pipeline, Tyler Innovation Pipeline, Tyler Innovators. Make sure you follow. So I was glad to be able to come to this. They really had told us that this was going to be a discussion about the next era of the pipeline. It's been here for years, going through some changes, and really just a good time to come together and everybody to talk. So pretty much quick rundown of what we had going on at that event. It was led by kind of the founders and the guys that run the pipeline here, James Harden and my man Paolo. Paolo was really putting on the presentation portion, and it was a great time of everybody being able to come together here at the pipeline. There's a lot of members. I think they said around 50 members here at the pipeline right now. So you see people in passing, you kind of wave, hey, how's it going? And some people come in on Mondays like me. So you get to see some people, you talk, you have some discussions, but it's good to kind of have everybody together. And they really had a great plan for where they want to go in the future, doing some more events here, having some more classes, trainings, having volunteers be able to help out, and people that can be ambassadors to try to help spread the word, let people know what the pipeline can provide. So that was a lot of it. Also, they've kind of redone their website. So I need to go over that real quick. But as well as redoing their website, other things they've worked on is just making it easier for us to work together and to have kind of a regular communication and dialogue between all the members, between the heads here, and just be able to work together. So I'm very excited about some new things that are going on here at the pipeline. Now I'm trying to type and talk. Tyler Innovation. But yeah, they've got the new website up. Shout out to Paolo, man. He has been working really, really hard. Got some new things on the website. That is TylerInnovators.com. TylerInnovators.com. You can go by, get more information, find out about the updated hours. Got some new hours. Also, what you need to do if you'd like to become a member. And if you are a member, you can book all through the website. So again, that's Tyler Innovators here in Tyler, Texas. And yeah, that was my Friday, just being able to come over, talk with some of the homies that I know here. Shout out to CJ, the creator. Shout out to my man Carlos, Oral Media. And also just, meet some new members and brainstorm, kick around ideas, hear what people would like to work on. There's people interested in some poetry here. And again, working more on doing more events here at the Pipeline, which of course is right up my alley. I'm always down for more events. So it was great to be able to let people know what I do. And they're in the works of putting together kind of like a directory as well. So hopefully with that, we'll be able to collaborate. If somebody needs, hey, I need some wireless mics for an event, I need a DJ, I need music, and other info. And somebody needs somebody does photo or video, they can help me out with something. It's always good to know who's in the building, who comes here, who's a member, and you be able to easily reach out and contact them. So a really cool thing, man. I love working here at the Pipeline. I've definitely probably done the majority of my vlogs overall here from the Pipeline. So it's been a very pivotal and crucial part to these vlogs. I've got some very interesting and creative new things I want to try out with the vlog and with content. As you can see, I'm at vlog 198. Vlog 200 is coming up. So we'll get into that as it gets closer. But the meeting was a great time to be able to hear where things are going. So I kind of have an idea of if these things I had ideas about will work. And also being able to pitch those ideas, to the Pipeline and to the availability here. So just wanted to say shout out to the Pipeline, having a great event, a great community event, getting us all together and allowing us to fellowship, to talk, and to brainstorm. So go over to the TylerInnovators.com, Tyler Innovation Pipeline, follow, and stay tuned, man. Some really cool things on the way. They've got a QR code that I'll probably also post in my recap video of the vlog today. So make sure you go ahead and scan that. That gives you a little more information and gets you kind of the ball rolling on what's coming up here at the Pipeline. So shout out to the community, the creative community here at the Pipeline. And the other thing I wanted to talk about really quick, I've got to find this page. It's going to be very fast. Is something, like I said, family related and also community based. So I have a friend that I know that is in the game around here in the Tyler area. He is I know him through my brother. My brother, Mr. MP, videographer, used to work at some local TV stations here in Tyler, and met a guy named Trent Spradlin. I believe they also went to high school together, but I knew him through. He worked with my brother at the news station, so always knew him through that. Over the years, we've stayed in contact. He's kind of branched out and done some different things, and he called me a few weeks ago telling me about a new organization that he's got and some new things he's working on. It's called Therabeat. Really cool. It's a progressive percussion program. I'm here on their website. At Therabeat, we provide youth and adult interactive music programs using percussion as a vehicle to performance and empowerment through digital and percussive arts. So really cool thing. What they do is they go out, they have kind of a set drum workshop every week for youth where they teach you how to do, traditional drums with the quads, the bigs, the snares, kind of drum line style. But they also, the therapy part, they go to, I believe, rehabilitation centers. They also go to kind of elderly centers and corporate events and teach others how to drum. And what's really cool about what they do is they'll teach students, certain rudiments, certain rhythms, and then they do them to a backing track. So it's cool. They kind of learn, they learn the rhythm, and then they realize, hey, I learned, a popular song. So what this event was about was, obviously sharing what these students do, kind of giving them a chance for a showcase and a banquet, as well as giving out scholarships to students. So Trent reached out to me, telling me a little bit more about his organization, and also let me know that with these scholarships, they want to have kind of someone that is honored and a dedicator of these scholarships that kind of holds the ideals that they want for their students and for each scholarship. And he was letting me know because he wanted my mom to be one of the presenters. And for folks that don't know, my mom, is Johnny Patton, is a music teacher, educator here in the Tyler area for over 30 years. She's retired now, but hundreds of students, thousands of students in the Tyler ISD school system over the years. I grew up, running into people every other day saying, your mom taught me music, your mom's my teacher, this and that, which is always cool. Kind of my mom was like a celebrity in the city, but for the right reasons, for being a musician, for being an educator. So it's always a thing of pride for me. And it was really great to hear that they wanted to, honor her, give her her flowers for her hard work. I believe Trent was taught by my mom years ago. She taught a lot of schools here in TISD. I want to say it was at Bell. So that's another reason he always knew the family. Like I said, I met him a little bit later, but he always knew that, as a lot of people in Tyler would. Oh, you're Patton? Oh, yeah, I know your mom, or your mom taught me music. She was my favorite teacher. That was a lot of the conversations I had growing up with, people in the area. So really great thing for Trent to think of my mom as one of these presenters, as one of the dedicators of these scholarships. So we on call. We got to go show up. It was on Saturday, though, right? I have the wedding. I just talked about it. But luckily, this wedding was a little bit earlier. Like I said, it was a 3-hour wedding. So I was actually able to get done before, or right when the event was starting. There was a banquet. So I didn't miss the presentation portion. I missed a lot of the eating. So when I got there, got most of my gear packed up. Not all of it. Shout out to the Claremore, because this was in Tyler. They allowed me to kind of leave some of my gear, head on over, and then come back and pick up my gear afterwards. So very thankful for that. But I was able to make it, see the entire program, which included all of these dedications, all the students that got scholarships, all of the other just great presenters and people in the community that Trent and the Therabeat organization look up to and wanted to honor. And again, man, get to be there, applause my mom, get some great content, and she was able to give out her award. And then also they did a set. We got to hear him play the drums. Great crowd participation. Shout out to my man Trent Spradlin for just a really cool event. Again, all about the community, man, giving back to the youth. All of the students, I believe, were from elementary school up to 9th grade. So all about music education, music educators, band, drum, rhythms. So again, it's called Therabeat. Check them out. It is Therabeat, THERA beat.org. Super dope. And excited to see what they're working on. I don't know if they're going to do a banquet. I think Trent was saying maybe once a year. But if you have students that are interested in percussion, interested in drumming, if you're somebody that is looking to help in the community, if you're a corporate, a business that maybe wants to have them come and do a performance for you, for an event, hit up Therabeat, man. So shout out to Trent Spradlin. Of course, want to say congratulations to my mom, Mrs. Johnny Patton. I love you. I'm so happy that you were able to get this award and to honor other students and continue to give back to the youth here in Tyler. And I was happy to be able to be there. Again, community involvement, something I got to work on. So be on the lookout. I'm going to try to be more involved with the community in the future. But those are some really cool events. Being able to, again, do my DJ gigs, but see where things are going here at the Pipeline, see where things are going with this new organization, Therabeat, and might be able to collaborate. Been talking with Trent about collaborating on some events with them in the future. So again, that is therabeat.org. Go on over, check them out. And again, man, just thanks, Trent, for allowing my family. My brother came in from Dallas, so it was a family affair. We were able to get together, enjoy fellowship, and just honor my mom. So it was a great time and a great time with the community. Saw some old homies I made some music for. Another drummer, he's now the drum director over at Tyler High, that did some drum tracks for us years ago. We were doing like Texas Tech football music. So it was a good time, and it's a good time to be social. I don't do that either. So all of it got done all in a row. So shout out to Therabeat. Check them out. What up, what up? And that's going to be it for my community aspect of the vlog. Time is kind of tight, but we're going to keep rocking. Important thing I got to throw down for my Dallas people. I think I saw Keelan come up in here. Dallas people, Dallas people. I got some DJ sets in Dallas coming up next week. Starting with a week from today, Monday, I will be in Dallas at Canvas, the hotel in Dallas, rooftop pool. They're doing some really dope events there all summer. And reached out to them. I was able to play their Christmas party at the end of the year. And if you're in Dallas, you know what's up with Canvas. If you know the nightlife scene, the rooftop is amazing. It's got an amazing view of the Dallas skyline. And this event is going to be really dope. So going down next Monday, a week from today, I will be in Dallas, Texas at Canvas Hotel, downtown Botham Jean. And it's going to be called Industry Mondays. Industry Mondays is the name of the event. I'm going to go over. They've got an Eventbrite. Make sure you follow Canvas. It's just Canvas Dallas. That's the hotel Instagram at Canvas Dallas. But I'm going to go over to their Eventbrite and read off what we got for the Monday, Industry Mondays. So Industry Mondays, pool party at Canvas Hotel Dallas rooftop. First one, August 5th. I'm kicking it off. Glad to be involved. And calling all service industry workers. So again, this is focused and aimed towards industry workers, but it is free. Have you had a long weekend working, looking for somewhere to unwind and have some fun? Canvas Hotel Dallas has you covered. Come join us every Monday this August for a special summer fun with a day of music, drinks, and sun. I'm going to say that last one again. Come join us every Monday this August for special summer fun with a day of music, drinks, and sun. There we go. So what they got going on at the event, they'll have the DJ, that's me, from 3 to 7 o'clock next Monday, not today, next Monday. Be there from 3 to 7, doing my thing on the ones and twos. They'll have drink specials, exclusive specials all night. I believe the pool's going to be open from 1 to 8, but music starts 3 to 7. And again, this is going to be every Monday in August. I'm playing the first one, Canvas Hotel, rooftop pool, Botham Jean, 1325 Botham Jean, Dallas. Don't miss out on the best place to relax. Enjoy your Monday nights. And yeah, tickets are free. Again, free entry, 21 and up. You can go over to Canvas Dallas again and make sure you add them on Instagram. Their link tree, the link they have will lead you over to the Eventbrite where you can sign up. So shout out to Canvas. And that's not all. I've got another Canvas set all coming within a week. So I'll be there that Monday, Industry Mondays. I got to figure out how I'm going to do the vlog next week, but I'll figure that out. Industry Mondays, Monday, August the 5th, there at the Dallas rooftop at Canvas Hotel. And then I'll be back on Sunday, the 11th. So they have another event. Got to go find that Eventbrite. It is on here somewhere. I know I just saw it. Where'd it go? I think it's this one. Sunwaves? Yeah, they got a different name. They've got a lot of dope stuff going on all throughout the summer. And let's see. No, that's Saturdays. Where's the Sunday event? Again, they've got different vibes for everyone. Is this it? No, that's Tuesday. One of the dopest rooftops in Dallas for sure. So again, Canvas Hotel, Canvas Dallas. August pop up. Which one is this? It's on here. Well, Sunday, August 11th is when I'll be back. Also, I've got another set there. So all within a week, right within, close to a week there. If you can't come out on Monday, come out that Sunday, man, the 11th. It'll be about the same time. Where is it? I don't know. I'll have more information on that. Like I said, probably from Canvas. If I don't do the vlog next Monday from Canvas, I'll do it before. But I'll try to do it from there if I can get set up, maybe stream a little bit of my set. But that's the biggest thing. This Monday and the following Sunday. So not this Sunday, the following Sunday. So first one is August 5th. This Monday, a week from today. I like the vibes, man. It's 3 to 7. People in my age range, my demographic these days, definitely on a Monday ain't trying to do their thing all night. So I like the 3 to 7. If you're in the service industry, if you know anybody in the service industry that's looking to unwind, looking to have a little bit of chill downtime after their busy weekend, I kind of consider myself in the service industry being a DJ. So I'm always down, man. So I'm going to hit up a lot of my friends in the Dallas area. Anybody that wants to come through to support, man, I would definitely love to have you there. From other musicians, DJs. I'm going to maybe try to reach out to some models, some photographers, see if they want to come and, take advantage of the great scenery, get some great footage, some great content for whatever they're working on, and, play some great pool party vibes, man. Summertime. So, again, it is called Industry Mondays. It is going on every Monday in August, but I'll be there this Monday, August the 5th, doing my thing. So make sure you come through. I'll have a lot more content rolling out throughout this week. But yeah, I'm very excited, man, to get back up to Dallas. Again, I haven't played Dallas since the Christmas party for Canvas. So again, thank you to the Canvas. Thank you to my friend B and T there that kind of have been my connections there at Canvas Dallas, and as well as Marisol's, who I've been talking with here recently, getting everything booked and all the odds and ends figured out. So yeah, be on the lookout for a flyer for that, and make sure you follow Canvas Dallas. I'm very excited to get back up to Dallas and bring some vibes to y'all. So that kind of wraps up that. It's almost time for me to wrap up the whole vlog, but I got a few more things to get to. Besides that, and one good thing about this week is I have a DJ set this weekend. It's a birthday party, but it's kind of the similar vibe. Summer, pool. So this entire week, I get to just get into my club pool party DJ bag, looking into some new mix ideas, some new tracks, and very interested and excited about that. So be on the lookout for some mixes. I know for sure I'm going to try to record my mix at this birthday party coming up over the weekend, as well as some other great content from that. And then on this Industry Mondays, next Monday, definitely got to get some content. So all my content creators holla at me. All my friends in Dallas holla at me. All my people in Dallas that say, why don't you come up to Dallas and play? I'm coming to Dallas August 5th, Monday. Next Monday. It's going to be free, 3 to 7 o'clock. So I don't want to hear you got to go to sleep. Come through midday, kick it for a little bit, holla at your boy, and we'll have a good time. So again, what I'm talking about, though, is not that. I've kind of moved on to the next thing, which was what? What's I talking about? Oh, we're going to do House of the Dragon. Of course, I got to hurry up and do that. And then we also want to talk a little bit about Splice for my producers, man. That's what I wanted to get into. But main thing again, Canvas Hotel, August 5th, Monday. Industry Mondays. Come holla at me. See me in the mix. Catch me in the mix. You know what it is. But yes, we'll go into that next. Splice. For all my producers out there, man, all my hip-hop heads, beat makers, if you have delved into the Splice game over the years, I definitely went ham on it some years ago. Definitely was using it for a lot of different things, from just, just kicks, snares, drums, and then also, delving into the samples, and enjoyed it. Splice was very convenient, easy to use, a lot of high quality sounds. Excuse me. But as time went on, as I was, looking into different avenues of production, I was always interested in, and I've talked about it, every week pretty much here recently, TV and film music licensing. As I looked more into that and I started doing my research, getting some other content creators that I followed that were big on that, I found out that Splice might not be the best, to use when you're trying to submit to these sync libraries, to these publishers, because of course you're using these loops that if they find out or they don't think it's cleared, you just have headaches on the back end. I never really got anybody that said, hey, don't use those loops. Don't for sure do it, but it was just, you don't want to have that headache of a song getting approved or a song that you submitted, they like it, and then they find out, oh, wait, we can't use that because of this sample. So when that happened, I can't lie, man, I got pretty discouraged. it was a tricky period, mid COVID. So right when COVID was going on, I really was trying to get. I was like, all right, let me try to get into this TV film. There's not a lot of DJing going on as everything's closed down. So made a batch of new beats, a lot of other stuff using Splice, and then kind of came to this roadblock of, is Splice gonna give me content strikes if I use any of it, or if anything gets flagged, will I be able to use it on for whatever, for beats to sell, for artists, what up. So yeah, man, I didn't know if I'd be able to do that. So it really kind of it kind of bummed me out. I had to figure out if I was gonna stick with Splice. I never canceled my account, but I definitely kind of fell back from using it because for a while there, and it's a little addictive. You kind of just get in there and, all right, well, let me use this. This is easy, and oh, these drums already sound great, and oh, this sample's already solid. I don't even got to chop it up or EQ it much. So getting kind of lazy. So it was a good thing that I kind of got out of that, so I could kind of refigure out how to do this. So after I took this kind of hiatus, as DJ gigs came back, I got really busy with my DJ business, doing my own booking, and just really wasn't putting a ton of time into sync licensing. So at that point, I had some tracks. I had some with Splice that I was looking into kind of recreating, taking the loop out, replaying it myself, or playing a guitar line, anything like that I could do to avoid any of these issues with using Splice samples. And that's kind of where I was at. So my first batch of sync licensing tracks that I'd worked on are coming along very well. And then I hear this news about, well, it's not really news. It's just I was watching one of the YouTube creators I watch all the time, which is Av McCree. Make sure y'all follow him at AVE McCree, MCREE. Dope production news, just run-throughs. He made beat maker, everything. And he had a video about a DMCA strike. Am I saying that right? On YouTube from another creator, but it was from Splice, and there's just this big back and forth. So I didn't know much about this creator at the time. She's a music attorney, and you can check her out at Top Music Attorney. Does some great YouTube videos. She has a course out for starting your own record label, music and sync licensing. So checked out her information, checked out her main video that Ab McCree was kind of responding to. And what she does on her page as a music attorney, I guess, is she likes to go through the terms of service. So when you sign up for these programs, when you sign up for obviously anything, there's obviously a contract that you sign, even if you just do it online. But there's always terms of service. There's always fine print to go through. And of course, us musicians don't want to go through the fine print a lot. So I was guilty of this. I kind of just put it on the back burner. When I heard all these rumors about, hey, don't use Splice, it's going to get you in trouble. I just kind of put a lot of that on the back burner instead of doing my due diligence and looking through the terms of service. So that's what she does. She had recently gone through the terms of service on her YouTube channel of Splice, of everything that's involved with it. The main thing with that is, can we use these loops, or are we going to get in trouble? Are we going to get, strikes on, content DMCA like YouTube, or, will you be in trouble for using them for licensing? So pretty much what happened to her was, through her trying to read the terms of service, she was showing, kind of the actual terms of service from Splice. And what Splice provides, again, this is something I didn't even know, is they do provide licensing certificates. So what that means, and hey, if you're on Splice and you didn't know, I'm just the messenger here, all right? I didn't find out I did this on my own, but damn it, I wish I did. But yes, there's a certificate that you can download for each sound. So if you're in Splice, you go in, click on those three dots there right beside the sounds that you've downloaded, your library, and you just can create a certificate. Put your name in, put in your production name, and, prints out pretty much this very basic certificate, kind of giving you the basic rundown of terms of service and your name and everything, so you're somewhat protected. And pretty much all it says is, hey, you can utilize these sounds. You have a non-exclusive right to them, which means you don't own the sounds. You obviously bought them or got them through credits off of Splice, but you are able to use them in your recordings, in your production, as long as it adds other elements. So main thing they're really trying to protect against is people obviously making sound banks, or trying to resell the samples that they downloaded on Splice, which I'm not big on the sample pack game, so that was never anything I was looking into. But I guess a lot of people are. So seems like they were trying to protect against that. But what happened with the top music attorney and her page was because I guess she showed the terms of service on this video, and she also showed a certificate on the video. Splice was pissed. So she's going back and forth with them. They end up giving her a strike on her account. You know, and YouTube folks that are really big in YouTube know that you only get 3, I guess, right? I think I have 1 from like a DJ mix or something, but you don't want to get those strikes, especially people that, you know, got in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It can be, you know, detrimental to you. So she has that video, her initial video, then kind of her back and forth between Splice, which is interesting, as Splice kind of tries to tell her, you know, hey, you shouldn't have been showing the terms of service. You shouldn't have been showing this certificate, which there's tons of videos actually on YouTube, now that I looked it up, that you can get this certificate, or just tells you where the certificate is and shows it. So definitely seemed like they were just kind of going out of nowhere, which sucks, you know. But again, credit to her. She has a very great demeanor about this. I guess being a lawyer, you know, she understands the game and how to you know, go through the lingo. So she had some calls back and forth with Splice. The CEO actually reached back out to her to tell her, hey, we're sorry about how all this went down, and she was able to get the strike removed. So it really sucked that she had to go through all of that, but she had earned my follow. I followed her on all platforms because the information she provided was great. Even after that, you know, the terms of service issue, she was able to kind of get some clarification from them on that, which is the main thing I'm looking for, is can I use these? What else do I need to do? So at minimum, found out about the certificate, being able to get that to protect yourself. Also, there's a terms of service rule where you can only use, you know, you can only get the certificates, obviously, if you have the app, if you're still a subscriber. So a very important thing that she mentioned was, hey, if you're planning on ending your subscription with Splice, you better go in and download all those certificates before you do. So you have them in your own possession. So if something does come up, you can go ahead and use them. You know, you can just, hey, I already have that. So really took a lot of weight, a lot of just worry off of my shoulders of, you know, how much time I wasted making Splice beats. Because again, I can go back through, there's some tracks that I knew worked well for TV and sync licensing, but with the sample, I was trying to remake it. I'd send some out to some guitarists, other things like that. But in this case, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to go back through the tracks that I'm like, hey, I just like the vibe of this as is with the sample. If it's some Splice, I can go back, find the sample, get the certificate, put it in the folder with the beat from Ableton, and then I've got it covered. So I can still submit those to some publishers and at least have those certificates if an issue comes up. So that's a little bit long-winded, but there was some Splice drama. And the good thing about it, like I said on my end, is I was able to get some more clarity on what I need to do with these Splice beats or these Splice samples that I've used. And also I was able to find a really dope, you know, content creator and Top Music Attorney at Top Music Attorney. Shout out to her. You know, talked a little bit with her on the DMs just on what she's got going. You know, who knows if it was AI or not. She's doing big things. But she does have a music course that has sync licensing included in it. Very knowledgeable. So I'm going to be looking into, you know, probably maybe getting this course. So just wanted to give her a shout out. Shout out to Top Music Attorney. Great content, as well as Av McCree. Been following him for years, man, on the production tip. Dope producer. Super funny as well. So always entertaining to watch his stuff. And that's just a little bit of production news. So I'll pose it like this. For all my Splice users out there, my Splice producers, where are you on using your samples for licensing? Have you used any samples for music licensing, TV and film content? Have you got strikes in YouTube? And have you used the certificates? So really just want to see where my producers are at, my Splice producers, see any stories, any feedback you have on utilizing these certificates or, you know, getting flagged from using Splice loops. Okay, so if you're a Splice producer, reach out to me, man. Let me know your opinion on it or any of your feedback or, you know, experience with getting strikes, using these certificates, because I'd like to know. So that's that. It's definitely a little bit over time, so we're going to do a very, very short House of the Dragon recap. But I ain't tripping on that because it was a pretty boring episode. So we're going to get into it really, really quick. I don't need that. House of the Dragon, episode 7. We got one left. Let me do that again. House of the Dragon, season 2, episode 7. House of the Dragon, season 2, episode 7. It's time for a recap. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers on the way. Before I get into this is all I got for y'all this week. I didn't watch Deadpool and Wolverine, so don't ask me. All right, but finishing up House of the Dragon, the penultimate episode. Not sure what the title is. I don't have time to look it up. But this episode pretty much starts off where we were last week. Rhaenyra flies out to the beach. We've heard that Sea Smoke has got a dude on him. Somebody's riding Sea Smoke. So as we know, pretty much the blacks are trying to recruit new dragon riders that aren't, complete 100% Valyrian or Valyrian blood. So it's really been that. In last episode, I thought we would have kind of what happened this episode. They had the one guy that went down into the crypt and tried to get a hold of Sea Smoke, which I don't know how this works. I guess it's like a barn pretty much for horses. I'm getting on my country shit, but I guess it's like a barn for horses or something, for cattle. You can just go in the back. They can just come and go. But anyway, all the dragons go into the dragon pit at some point to chill out, I guess, if they're small enough to get in there. So last week, the one guy was burnt to a crisp because he got super egotistical and thought he had, tamed the dragon before he did. So this week, we're preparing for if that's going to happen again. But the episode starts with Rhaenyra going out to find out who is this dude, who is riding on Sea Smoke, and what's that all about. So great shots of dragons here. We got 2 dragons and their riders out on the beach. A great shot from the side, so you get kind of the full view of the dragons and how big they are compared to their riders. And again, all this lays out. They're both Rhaenyra's out here hey bro, who is you? What is you doing on the dragon? We don't know you like that. I'm the queen. You need to bow. And obviously this is one of Corlys's illegitimate kids. Hit my thing. One of Corlys's illegitimate children. But this guy says, hey, I'm ready to serve you. I might come from, the lower end of the realm or the lower rings of the class circle, whatever you want to call it. But I'm ready to serve you. So I've got this dragon. It just came to me and wanted me to jump on it and ride it around. I'm looking for the dude's name, but it's somewhere on here. So that kind of, calms her. She's like, woo, all right, well, this might work. We've got one dude that's willing to work with us, ride with us against the Greens, against the High Towers. So after that, we go back to the council, but Rhaenyra's like, I'm not going to the council. So just go in there and tell them we want to start getting more riders together. She brings up this whole thing about, hey, maybe then, since, people hated on me for having bastards, we're going to have bastards on these dragons. What up, man? What up? What up, Dallas, Texas, man? I'm heading your way next Monday. Campus rooftop. Swing through. But yeah, so what are we going to do? She wants to get more bastards, more of these people together to, get more riders for the dragons she has remaining. Her son don't like that. Jace already you can get a sense that he's like, wait, what's that going to mean for me? Because he is a bastard and he at least was able to, ride dragons. So if there's more of those, we'll talk about it, I guess, later. He doesn't know what's going to happen. Moving on, we go back over to Harrenhal, which has been very boring the entire season. Last week, we found out that the grandfather Tully passed away. So now the young Oscar Tully, who might be 10, 12 years old, is the new leader of the Tully household. So they have kind of a meeting. They bring everybody back up, kind of reintroducing, hey, little Oscar Tully is now the leader. Daemon is there. He's been going through it with his crazy dreams and figuring out what he's going to do next in life at Harrenhal. So he kind of thinks he's going to just push this little kid over as far as this young Oscar Tully and kind of, hey, man, do what I tell you, and that's it, right? But to his credit and to this little actor's credit, man, shout out to him. I think he had the best acting of this episode, and I'm sure he's going to be a lot more involved moving forward next season. But, Daemon believes he's going to just be able to push this dude over, and he kind of flips it on him. He kind of tells him like, hey, I pledged, or my family pledged, to King Viserys to respect Rhaenyra being the heir, but that's it, bruh. Like, I don't mess with you like that. So He's kind of talking with his people that he has coming. I guess all of the kind of Riverlands folks that are he's got to try to get to convinced to be on his side. This dude is like 10 years old, 12 years old. He's leading this castle, and now he's on his first day, he's ready to go to war with Daemon to protect Rhaenyra, or just whatever Daemon's acts like his what his content, or what he wants to do, pretty much, which we all know he just wants it for himself. And maybe the young man can understand, or kind of he senses that too. The way he talks to him, it makes sense. But yeah, man, shout out to little Oscar Tully. He pretty much was able to kind of convince these other houses that, hey, we all put an oath up, we're down to ride, but we've had this battle with the bee people, Brackens and the whatevers, that Daemon, told one of them to go and just pretty much raid the other, just causing drama. So Oscar Tully, again, to his credit, this is Daemon like 5 times in 2 minutes. Just, hey, I don't really mess with this dude, but we respect Rhaenyra, we respect Viserys and our oath, so that's what we doing. We don't care what you doing. So just consistently disses him. I almost thought Daemon might try to kill the little dude, but he didn't. And it seems like they'll be able to work together moving forward. But, do that real quick. Yep. And can this get out of the way? Oh, Lord. There we go. But yeah, pretty much they're down to work with him, but it seems like Daemon is still going to be kind of under the thumb of the Tullys, of Oscar Tully. He's got his number. He knows how to manipulate him, which is really dope. But, for Daemon, this has been a horrible season. I really don't know what the point is. He had another dream with Viserys, asking him if he wants the crown. So I guess in this finale, he's going to have to do something, man. He got to go do something. He's literally been sitting at this castle the whole season. It's like fucking Empire Strikes Back with Luke on the island with Yoda. It's like, man, you got to get in the fight, man. Come on. So hopefully for the last episode, he'll get something popping. Besides that, we go back over to Jace talking with his mom, getting her to understand, hey, I know I'm a bastard. I know that my dad wasn't who was supposed to be. So if you get all these people, what happens to me? And I don't know, Rhaenyra's gotten very cold somehow. It seems like she would be more upbeat. Things are working out, but she's just kind of like, I don't care, son. I'm going to go get these bastards, and it is what it is. She doesn't even really kind of, ease his fears that could happen. She's just like, we got to do it anyway. So you're my heir, but I'm not going to give you any other reassurances. I'm doing it. So he's pissed about that. I'm sure that will, bleed over into next season. Besides that, we're going down. Hugh comes clean. Hugh is, one of these bastards as well, the Targaryen, Valyrian bastards that has been featured throughout the season. His daughter died. He's really at a rough spot. And pretty much Rhaenyra's plan, which I didn't say why Jason was so pissed, is, again, go get more. But she's doing this like, hey, go put out word to all of the bastards of, the Targaryen bloodline. We're going to bring all y'all over here to Dragonstone and see who can ride a dragon. So everybody is deciding if they want to go. We talked to Hugh. He's kind of like, I got no other choice but to go, so I'm going. And we feature the other dude. I can't remember his name, but he kind of was utilizing his Targaryen, heritage kind of throughout as just like a, a little thing. Hey, I'm part Targaryen, y'all, as a way to get free drinks and to seem cool. So he's kind of doubting if he should go. He's like, well, I don't know. I never knew. I just was saying that to, get the ladies and whatnot. But he decides to go. There's a lot more Targaryens that go. Rhaenyra gets there and kind of gives them a crappy rah-rah speech, which is just like, hey, y'all might die if if the dragon don't select you, So I don't get why they all went in at once, though. They should have done, they all went in at once. They should have sent them in one by one. So it seems like, I don't know, she was just trying to get rid of all of the bloodline, maybe. Maybe that was her plan. Get rid of all of these bastards except the ones that are riding dragons and will hopefully be, loyal to her. Because to Jace's point, once you got a dragon, all bets are off. You can pretty much, decide to do whatever you want. If you aren't, respecting these oaths, kind of like the Tully kid was talking about. So, long story short, all these people go into the dragon pit. The little dragon helpers are like, we ain't even helping them. This is stupid. They go in. They've got, what is the name of the dragon? Vermithor. Super big dragon. Shown him a few other times last season. Damon was down there screwing around with him. And yeah, he proceeds to pretty much flame all these people. Is I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. And just starts eating them, flaming them, all of that. But does not kill Hugh. Hugh jumps up to try to save another one of these Targaryen relatives. And, that's when Vermithor's like, hey, I choose you. I choose you. So he's got a new rider. Vermithor is going to be on Hugh. The other dude, kind of the funny dude, I can't remember his name. It's not on here. He stumbles around, still in the dragon pit. He kind of is able to run away and not be where Vermithor was, and stumbles into Silverwing, which I believe they're a couple. Vermithor and Silverwing, a couple. And, ancient dragons, old, big, ready for battle. And he's able to bond with Silverwing. So we've got 2 new dragon riders. Then it cuts to the Silverwing rider, like, just going directly to King's Landing, and he's riding around. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm like, why did he go over there? That's stupid. But obviously everybody at King's Landing is like, dragon, we got dragons out here. The homie, what's up, man? Talk to you soon. Let me know if you need anything for this weekend. But yeah, Aemon, who hadn't done too much this episode besides sitting around, I think he got a few people killed. He's like, all right, well, I got to go get Vhagar, who he stays outside the kingdom because he can't fit in nothing, or she can't fit in nothing. He mounts up, tries to lay chase to Silverwing, and pretty much, again, I always forget that the 2 castles are like almost close enough to each other where they can see each other, I guess. But anyway, seems like it was all just like a diversion. Pretty much tries to get him to kite back. I'm using an Overwatch phrase, or just get him to chase. Silverwing wants Vhagar to chase him back, as far as he can. Vhagar kind of stops at some point. I will give Aemon credit for not going full on crazy and like trying to chase him down. He's like, all right, let's go back. But gets close enough to see Rhaenyra has 3 dragons now. So she's got her dragon. She's got Silverwing, Vermithor. Jay still has his dragon. So there's a squad. A squad is coming together of dragons to take on Vhagar, because you're going to need a lot to take out Vhagar. Other odds and ends, the other sister or whatever, she's over at the other place. They tease that maybe she'll find another dragon, a 4th dragon that she can ride. She has the Targaryen bloodline. And that wraps up the season, or wraps up the episode. We've got the finale next week. We'll see what happens, how all of this finishes up. But a lot of dragons in this episode. It's not really any fights. Besides Oscar Tully, didn't really get down with too much of the acting. I did have another short scene from Viserys, which I've liked his acting throughout. But overall, House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 7, I will give a C even. C even. So overall, pretty much C's all the way through this season, man. A few B's. Nothing has really blown me away. Definitely like the dragons. The sound design of the dragons is great, but nothing to just set me on fire. About the episode, or the penultimate episode. So we'll see what they do for this finale. They got to do something big. We need to see either another dragon go down or another death, something that's really going to propel to Season 3. I'm pretty sure it's going to make it to Season 3. But that's what we got, man. House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 7 gets a C from me. C. Episode 7 gets a C from me. Gets a C. And we'll see what happens on the finale. Also on that tip, man, I got to find out something else to watch and review on these vlogs. So if there's a show coming up that you're interested in, or, maybe a retro show, maybe I'll just go do like a season as an older show. But if you have any ideas of something I should review, recap moving forward after next week's finale of House of the Dragon, let me know. I got a few ideas in mind. We could jump right back into some medieval stuff with the Lord of the Rings show. Is going to continue in a few weeks, but something different from that maybe, right? I did this as kind of like a popular show, so we'll try something else. I ain't going to review Deadpool and Wolverine because I didn't see it, but maybe I'll see it by next week. We'll see. But we got to wrap the vlog up, man. I've been in here quite a bit. And that's it, man. This is the end of vlog 198. Biggest thing again, man, I will be in Dallas, Canvas Hotel, doing the Pool Party Industry Mondays from 3 p.m. to 7 this coming Monday, a week from today. Not today, but if you're in Dallas, if you want to go down and check them out, go through, check out the vibes, man. Industry Mondays. And all you industry workers, anybody that has friends, relatives that are industry workers in that downtown Dallas area, make sure they go follow Canvas Dallas, Canvas Hotel, and I'll see y'all there next Monday. So that's wrapped up vlog 198, man. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, a productive time. I will be having a new Cicerolist coming out probably midweek. I usually try to do a reveal of it, but didn't have time today. And, next week I'll be in Dallas, so I don't know I'll be able to do a full reveal then. So just be on the lookout, as well as for content for that upcoming pool party and my canvas sets, man. Got 2 coming up next week. So thank you guys so much for checking out the vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back here next week for vlog 199, almost to 200. See y'all then. Peace.